Okay, so I've finally done it. I've bought the golden fluid acrylic set, and this one cost me £53. So for system free, it's about, I don't know, 15, 20, 25. I'll put it in the description, but these basically are a lot more expensive. So I've done a number of acrylic portraits in my sketchbook. The paper takes it quite well for the system free, so that's the first thing I'm going to do now. So initially these colours blended really well. The fluid made them easier to work with and being quite silky, but then as I got into the more textured stuff, and I worried about using so much paint when it's 3 times the price, and the system free allows me to be free, to be expressive with my art and not worry about the cost. So these are great paints, but personally I think the system free you're going to get just as good as a result, and it all depends on your preference on how you work with them. However, I'm really happy I have them, and I'm going to use them probably for the final stages. But even so, I pushed through with this sketch and decided to move on to the canvas. I think it's more that I'm going to be using them in the final stages, and it's just very difficult to use these in a expressive way when I'm worried about how much they cost. So I totally forgot that golden has this protective layer where you remove the foil and then you left the plastic having to make a hole and trying to remove that, which is really frustrating having to do this for each and every paint. For the canvas, I started off with system free. There was no way I was going to use the golden to put down the layers that you're not even going to see. So I started with the system free, and then once that dried, I moved on to the golden just to see what it could do on the canvas. So I think this is when I started to use the golden paints, and again it was a bit nerve-wracking to use them being so expensive, working on the texture. And the thing is, every artwork I do, I don't necessarily know how it's going to turn out, and so this overall image may not be anything to do with the golden paints, but it just wasn't one of my best works and it didn't quite work out. But maybe that was because I was being hesitant with the colours and not wanting to use so much paint up. So I don't know, I think I'll be using them for when I want flat colour, when I want that good coverage and good pigment. But they're just so expensive. They're just, for one of these in a set, it's just over £5, whereas for that price, these are 37mm, I believe, and yeah, for £3.50 I can get 59mm, I think, of system free. So yeah, these are super expensive. They have a different feel to them, but you can get just as much out of the system free through using a acrylic medium to water them down to get them to be that more fluid look you want. You can use a bit of water, which isn't that ideal actually, because of, it separates the pigment a bit, so best to use a acrylic medium for that. And yeah, these paints, there's ways around it. Right, that will do. It's pretty late now, well, 8 o'clock, and I still need to get on with normal life stuff. So it's, you win some, you lose some. It's not my best work, but I'll probably work on it later in the week and see where we get to. But golden paints, are they worth the price? I think it's good to have it in your toolkit for like final bits and brighter colours and backgrounds and all the final little finishing touches. But personally, I really love system free, and I might do a little video, very mini video, on why I like them at some point. But for now, here are the final shots of the 2 artworks, the sketchbook and the canvas, and I'm sure I'll do a little mini video adding onto this one to finish off where we're at so far. So hope you enjoyed this video. I'm glad I bought gold, and it's going to be fun to play around with in later projects. This was just playing around with studies and just enjoying painting, having an afternoon where I just really wanted to paint but didn't really have much of an idea for a video, so just filmed here and there. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video where I will be more focused.